Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Command World War I, and we're back with more action as always. Yeah, let's see though what we still have to do. We still have this front to take care of. These guys are pretty much spent here, besides the fact that I do still want to check off some potential entrenchments for the guys up front. I can still shift these guys as well. Get some of the stronger guys a little bit closer to the front. These guys will surrender anyway, so that's looking almighty and fine. Yeah, definitely not bring them up front. Really need to handle the HQ matter a bit better, so I really need to focus on that next time. And you dig in. Alright, let's take a look up here. Definitely looking to finish off these guys, I suppose. No, I can't unattach you. That's unfortunate. Let's see, because you have that attached. Right, and this attaches all of those. Let's take them too, and then we're looking good, I think. Let's switch these two up because that frees the cavalry. These are marginal attacks, but I don't think ultimately they're going to be enough. It's actually a pretty tricky unit to destroy. These outcomes are better, but the problem is that... Yeah, let's just attack here first. And send them in here. I don't think the enemy is likely to attack at Krakow, but yeah, we'll see. And I'll probably move these guys back too, but it's a bit risky, but... Oh, come on, really? Alright. That sucks, but at least they kept at 9 strength, so that helps. I'm gonna try and make a push to towards this area anyway. So if I can make sure that this area is cut off, basically near Brest-Litovsk and Kovel, or at least this railroad here, prevent them from escaping and catching them in a big pocket, that will probably help. But it does mean that I'll have to lower my defenses in this area. I don't need to destroy this unit, but I think these outcomes are marginally favorable, so I don't mind attacking. And I'm gonna move these guys forward a bit too. So I think you can go out, attack, and then move back already. Yeah. Okay, let's at least do that. Need to keep at least one unit here, and one at Stanislav. You already did attack. This is 2, so they could technically also move back, but there's still the entrenchment. Let's actually go in here first. Cavalry is easier to move. That kind of sucks. Still, I think it's worth it. Come on. Okay, great. Destroying enemy units is nearly always better, I think. Even if you're taking a bit of a risk. Although, you don't want to push it. Like, leaving units with 8 strength is already a gamble. Alright, let's not do that then. Luckily we can still move them back. You can strike, but that's not a good idea. Let's get you into Przemysl. And these guys will surely move back. I don't need to make a very quick push. I do want to keep my flank secure at the very least. And they still have quite a few units here at the oil fields, Tarnopol, Lemberg. These 2 units are still free. So, yeah. Out here, I have either the HQ or the cavalry. Might even cut off these guys. But it's fairly dangerous. HQ is safe to attack. Not likely to give me too much damage. And it's worth a lot, so I'll take the ability to destroy HQs anytime I can get, really. Cavalry is nice, but yeah, like I said, HQs are worth more, so it's tougher to replace for the AI. Let's attach you. Can't repair for this turn. Probably having a much better attack from this side because there's no entrenchments there, but the question remains, will I be able to destroy this unit as well? 1-5, wow, okay. But they are stuck, and that has me worried. It does mean that I have to, at the very least, get a unit in here to prevent them from attacking from this side too. Ideally, even... Yeah, this is gonna be very tricky. I hope they survive. I will attack like this. Don't like the placement of this unit here. It's dangerous. I can move up and attack. Let's get you in here. Move you closer. Right. I think that's it. We don't have any points anymore for the Germans, so not gonna do anything like that. So let's take a look at Ottomans still. Okay, so move you. I'm gonna move you back to actually entrench at the city. The deeper the Russians get into the Ottoman Empire without actually taking anything useful, the better, because it messes up with their supplies and their movement, so they can do less attacks on one individual unit the further in we are. Oh, you can only move to the border. That's not very useful, but neither for you, I think. I think actually when it comes to research, I'm actually quite better off getting both you and you industrial technology level higher. And if I could, I would go for level 3 for the Germans too, but I can't at the moment. Let's invest the rest of the points into repairing some of the Austro-Hungarian ships, so we might be able to send them out eventually as well, but it's not a priority. Now, for the ships out here. Let's go after the destroyer first. Is that a reach? Okay, lucky hit. Very nice. Okay, another destroyer. Fine. And let's try to get rid of that by... Let's just use this dreadnought first. What I'm specifically looking for here is trying to destroy the eyes and ears of the heavier guns, basically. So, if the Royal Navy loses their ability to scout with destroyers, light cruisers, etc., they won't be able to detect my heavier guns moving up and doing a surprise attack on their main fleet. That's practically the idea. Let's move you back. It's a bit of a shame because there was... Okay, these guys are a bit exposed. You in here. Cruisers down here. Let's get the armored cruiser. Then... let's still move straight down. Let's get you... and here, like this. That should protect me fairly well, I hope. And that's it. Yeah. Belgium surrenders, nice. Plundering some good loot. Blockade. Merritt's Rebellion. Boers revolt against British rule in South Africa. Curious to see how this Entente turn develops. They're getting more free units, this time in the form of a Foreign Legion Corps. Really hope to take Belgrade this time, because we haven't been doing very well there. Some units just flat out retreating. Okay, sure. Enemy contact. The destroyer, that's probably going to be pretty bad for me. Or at least for that destroyer then. But might allow me to sink some of the enemy ships as well. From the way it looks like, that's already 2 cruisers being bottled up. 3rd cruiser. 4th cruiser. I don't know how many cruisers we get to destroy in one go, but I hope it'll be good. Number 2. Ow. They did get punishment themselves quite heavily too, though. Not too sure if I like this. I really need to get a core in here too, but I don't have the troops. Okay. No, they already retreated. Well, that helps me. Yeah, they do have to move at least in order to get there. Attacking across the river. Russian forces are a lot weaker than mine, so in that regard they're a bit safer despite, you know, potentially lower numbers. Like, this is just really bad for the Russians, such an attack. They're just waiting to get smashed here. Save for this. Seems like their offensive isn't over yet, but they're putting themselves in a pretty bad spot sometimes. Which is good for me. Forces from Canada and Newfoundland shipped to Europe. France increases its arms productions in the west. And more blockades. Okay, some bad weather. And we do get to deploy quite a few units here. The submarines, airship, a reserve corps. We've got to deploy that in the east. Certainly. I can deploy there actually. An HQ, very nice, von Mackensen. And okay, here we go. Let's go and deal with the Ottomans first. They seem to be pretty close to mobilizing, so I can operate them for... Oh, no, I don't want to reinforce them. Yeah, let's operate them down to Medina. But I needed 1 hex to the south, okay, or to the northwest. Oh, there is something wrong with the camera if you go to the border of the map. Alright, let's try that one again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so they're digging in. I'm gonna switch the unit at Constantinople with the Adrianople unit. So let's operate you. Send them to Gaza. I think Egypt is really the region where I want to get my breakthrough. Caucasus, too difficult. Bad infrastructure on the Mesopotamian front. So I think Egypt is the prime target to go for an offensive. And what I do want to do is send this unit over here to Damascus. I'm going to get this von Sanders unit and try to get it to Baghdad, which is going to take a long time. But if I can get an HQ here, this is basically the only way I can get better supply from units than 5. So that's why I really want to get out there and start working on that. That's going to cost me at least... I don't see the hexes. Let's see if we can work on that. Yeah, it's going to cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... potentially 8 to get it in Baghdad. It's like 8, 9 to 10 units to get it down there. Right. But it should help. I think, at least. Yeah, let's deal with the Navy for a bit. Let's start with that one for a change. You know, there's a lot of cruisers around here and also another destroyer. So I have to be a bit careful too. Let's start with the battleship. It's going there. And it's down to 2. Let's try to finish it off. Oh yeah, it's down to 4, not to 2. Okay, let's try to use this destroyer then. Or the dreadnought, sorry. A bit confused. Alright. Battleship is also done. So the real question then is where that destroyer is. I kind of have to search this out. Okay, there we are. Because we saw it moving, so it was pretty clear it was there. I don't want to get a the penalty where my unit suddenly gets stuck. That's because they detect a unit. Only 1 and 3. Okay, this is an excellent job for the destroyer then. Really? Let's try the other one. There we go. I'm really proud of you. You're already done. You're done. I probably won't be able to destroy all of them, but these are pretty good odds, so... Alright. Battle. Let's go with the pre-dreadnought. This is a light cruiser. Let's try to break it down with the light cruisers first. Okay. Okay, not exactly what I was looking for. But let's finish it off. And at least we know they have a lot less cruise now. We already got 2 light cruisers and a destroyer here again. It's looking pretty good, and I think I can go for 1 more. So let's start it off with the battle cruiser, which is the most powerful one here. And after that, we should probably just skedaddle out of here. Like this last unit are gonna be fine. I have no desire just to damage the enemy unit. Exactly. So it's a shame I can't get any of them in the harbor, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, let's move all of them back and put the submarines up front so they can't really deal effectively with this. And hopefully they won't destroy this destroyer here, but this should... I mean, this is not ideal from that side. So let's just at the very least... Yeah. Guess this is just the best I can do for now. Not the greatest of defense, but they only have 2 left. So maybe they won't get too many feelers out there. Did deal a pretty good blow against the Royal Navy once again, although I haven't gotten any capital ships yet. So we have a long battle ahead of us, regardless. Let's take a look at the Eastern Front. Looking to damage or destroy at least another couple of units. This offensive will have to wait if I have some very good attacks, but I'm working towards it. So these units should shift towards Tannenberg and then up here whenever that's gonna be possible. But as long as the enemy is overly aggressive, throwing in new units, I pretty much don't have much of a choice. I'll attack with these guys because I can't repair all my units now anyway, so I might just as well keep these guys at 5. These guys are at 6, which is also not the greatest, but I feel that if I put them back, the enemy is not too likely to be able to attack here. Okay, so... let's detach you. Oh yeah, I just deployed you, okay. Let's just attach them here on this side. So I can give up Allenstein. Because of the mud, movement is pretty bad. So maybe that's not the best idea. At the very least I need to reinforce you without doing anything else. Move you into Allenstein will allow me to move them, but then I have no unit that can protect there. Look, this is pretty much just a free attack. It's a shame I didn't destroy it, but repairing it will be costly for them. And like I said, it was free, so that's very nice. If we take a look at the reports now and look at the losses... let's look at the graphs, that's a bit better. So MPPs for the British, currently they lost units equivalent to 2,520. I wonder if that's only ground units or whether they also count naval units. Not sure. I guess they also count naval units since we did a lot of damage on this turn specifically. You can see that here. 720 on British units alone. That's definitely the destroyer and the 3 light cruisers right there. They spent 313 on units and lost, yeah, quite a lot more. They did have quite high income though. French, they lost currently over 4,000. Quite crazy. This is the Serbs. They lost a lot less, but like I said, we're not prioritizing that front. Russians also lost quite a bit and they spent very little on units, so they must be going down on the number of units in total, I think. We also lost a lot, but it's more equal for the Austro-Hungarians. That's East Prussia. If only we could take back Gumbinnen, but no. It's quite interesting, this development. For them to move in here, I can't cut them off, but such an attack is not exactly super favorable. Let's try to finish off these guys though. They're a thorn in my eye. Oh, but definitely should take care of the HQ situation first. So it's these guys. Don't necessarily need to repair them yet. But it's probably a good idea to do so. Sweet. That's very nice. Good roll. I'm not gonna lie. Very good. Let's see what I can do about that. Wow, okay. Let's see what I can do about that cavalry. Nothing. Not so far, at least. Ugh. Okay, so definitely need to get some units around that, because otherwise they're gonna quickly destroy them. Not gonna lie, I don't like these numbers at all. There we go. Let's do this already. No way to dig them in. No. Definitely pulling them back. I would not like it if they take Katowice by moving around there. Don't think they'd be able to do that this turn, but you never know. I'm really not... you know, let's just move these guys around. I just don't think this is any good. So in order to start going for that offensive, I indeed need to swing units around, and let's just repair the unit at Thorn and also this guy. So no, let's actually just do a different entrenchment like this. And you're just moving up here. Sure. It's not the greatest, but we did destroy almost the HQ and that unit. Then we also got rid of another unit down there. And we got a better position, even though it's pretty bad weather. So I'm not complaining too much. Start shelling these guys, even though it's not super effective right now. I mean, there are two very critical things that I need to do this turn. Take Belfort and take Reims. And Reims is 2.5 point for the enemy. Not too big of a city. Belfort is the same. But Belfort is at least a national morale objective, which is currently at 83%, so way too high. Very good odds here, at least. Okay, that not much so. Come on, don't do this to me, game. Okay. Sure. Getting an 8 strength unit in there is fine. There we go. Very nice. That's another pivotal point in the enemy's defense gone. The next two positions that need to be taken, Toul and Besançon, for sure. But also some heavy repairs need to be made. I actually feel that it might be better for this turn to do industrial technology third chit into this for Germany, even though it slows down my advancements. Getting more MPP earlier on, I think is worth it. So I'm gonna invest that already, even though it does slow down my offensive. I'm acutely aware of that. Let's move you back. You can get in here like this. So for now, I do rather need to make some changes in the attachments. Let's detach these. Can you even go somewhere? No. Okay, so you have those guys attached. You... It's up to here. Here, here. Let's attach these. Let's go for these for now. There. And apparently not that one. Yeah, they're already attached here, so... Really? Okay, so I'll have to take care of that on the next turn a little bit as well. Two and three, eh? But I need to capture Reims as well. I think that's top priority for this one. There we go. Because that will allow me to put this 10 strength unit in there. Not quite sure what they have behind that. The recon also doesn't help there. which is a shame. Alright, let's just finish out the colonial unit. I'm not too sure about how happy I would be having a 9 strength unit in there. To be fair, I actually don't like it at all, but if I just do this. Whew. It's just an HQ. That's not too bad. And are you dug in? Probably not, but I can't do that unless I'm a bit more secure here. If they keep attacking, that's just straight out bad. This is fine though. Yeah, I don't mind them being at 9. The enemy seems to be not very likely to move up here. Let's entrench you. This way. They could get attacked from Verdun, but that's not gonna happen. So then there's only one other thing left to do. How much am I gonna advance up here? Probably not too much. I'd rather reinforce these for now. It's a pretty rough turn in that regard. Because I need to make a lot of repairs here. And not actually deal all that much damage. Let's get you in there. Like even up here, I'm definitely not equipped to deal with another attack all that well. So yeah, it's still pretty tough. Although I did again take at least Reims and Belfort. Destroyed 1, 2, 3 units while being busy with repairs. So yeah, we also have quite a bit of attention on repairing things this turn. It's not too bad. I think though that my time is already up, so I'm gonna wrap things up here. I only have the Serbian front left to go for the next episode, and then once again I'll ship it back to the enemy. For now, I want to thank you all for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.